Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
Welcome back to our Architecture Review Series Practice Quiz, and this is now part 11 of our Building Technology Quiz. So instructions before proceeding with the quiz, it is best to get a piece of paper muna, cut lengthwise, and then write down numbers 1 to 30 so that when you are ready, you can now start with the quiz, and for every question, write down the corresponding letter of your best choice or answer from the multiple choice. And you will be given 10 seconds to finalize your answer. At the end of the quiz, count the total number of your correct answers and check your score rating. So if you are now ready, good luck. So number 1. A foundation used in yielding soil, having its footing a raft placed deep enough that the weight of the excavated soil is equal to or greater than the weight of the construction support. A. Floating foundation. B. Shallow foundation. C. Deep foundation. And D. Pile foundation. And our correct answer is letter A, floating foundation. So a floating foundation, also called a compensated foundation, is used in soft or yielding soils. The idea is that the weight of the building is equal to or less than the weight of the soil removed during excavation. So the soil pressure beneath remains unchanged, reducing settlement problems. Number 2. Identify 1 in the figure below. A. Thread. B. Riser. C. String. And D. Banister. And our correct answer is letter C. String. So the string or stringer is the inclined support that runs along the sides of the staircase. It holds the threads, the horizontal steps, and risers, the vertical portions. Inner string, this one, is the side of stairs next to the wall. And this one, the outer string, is exposed or open side of stairs, or number 2 here in figure. We have 2 types of stringer, the open or the cut stringer. That is, the stringer is nuts to support the threads, and closed stringer, the stringer is routed to support the threads. Number 3. Identify 5 in the figure below. A. Fascia. B. Thread. C. Baluster. And D. Newel post. And our correct answer is letter D, newel post. So a newel post is the vertical post that provides support at the start, end, or turning points of a staircase. Kasama ito sa newel post. Number 4. Identify 10 in the figure below. This one. Thread. B. Riser. C. Landing. And D. String. And our correct answer is letter C, landing. So a stair landing is the horizontal platform in a staircase that connects flights and provides rest and safety. So the width of this landing here should be the same as the width of the stair flight. Number 5. Identify 7. This one in the figure below. A. Balusters. B. Handrail. C. String. And D. Newel. And our correct answer is letter B. Handrail. So a handrail, often called a banister, is the sloping rail on the side of a staircase that people hold onto for support and safety while going up or down. So this is the handrail or the banister, and this one is the baluster, while the whole thing, the baluster, and this one is the balustrade. Number 6, identify for this one in the figure below: A, banister; B, riser; C, string; and D, baluster. And our correct answer is letter B, riser. So the riser is the vertical face of a stair step, giving height to the step. 7. Identify 6 in the figure below. This one: A, baluster; B, banister; C, post; and D, newel. And our correct answer is letter A, baluster. So balusters are the vertical supports of a stair handrail, or the spindles between the threads and the rail, while a balustrade is the whole railing system, handrail plus balusters plus newel posts. So this is the complete parts of a staircase: banister or handrail, the riser, the thread, the inner string or closed. This is the outer string or an open stringer. This is the curtail, the newel post. This is the return nosing, the fascia here, and the landing. Number 8, identify the figure below. A, inverted T-beam; B, cross beam; C, T-beam; and D, built-up beam. And our correct answer is letter A, inverted T-beam. An inverted T-beam is a concrete beam shaped like an upside-down T, often used in precast construction to support floor slabs or joints on its bottom flange. So yan ang itsura ng mga inverted T-beams. Number 9, rebar used for 8-inch CHB. A, 8 mm; B, 10 mm; C, 12 mm; and D, 16 mm. And our correct answer is letter C, 12 mm. So again, this is from the DPWH standards on construction notes. 200 mm CHB is 12 mm at every third level for horizontal, and 12 mm at 600 mm on center for vertical. Number 10, rebar used for 4 inches CHB. A, 8 mm; B, 10 mm; C, 12 mm; and D, 16 mm. And our correct answer is letter B, 10 mm. So for 75 mm, 125 mm, and 150 mm CHB, 10 mm is used for horizontal as well as vertical reinforcement. Number 11, typical masonry for Philippine setting. A, stone cladding; B, riprap; C, bricklaying; D, CHB laying. And our correct answer is letter D, CHB laying. So CHB is the most commonly used walling material in the Philippines because it is economical, readily available, and easy to install compared to stone, brick, or riprap. Number 12, correct mixture of concrete? A. Water, then cement, then gravel, and sand. B. Sand, then cement, then gravel, then water. C. Gravel, then sand, then cement, then water. And D. Cement, then gravel, then sand, then water. And our correct answer is letter B, sand first, and cement, and gravel, and water. So when using a concrete mixer, you have to put the sand first, that is coats the drum and prevents cement from sticking too much. Then add cement, it mixes thoroughly with sand to form mortar. Then add gravel or coarse aggregate that is added after the mortar base is uniform. And last is water, gradually is added last to avoid segregation and control workability. Now in manual mixing on the ground by shovel, some builders mix cement first, then sand and gravel, dry first, and then add water. So magkaiba yung process kapag manual mixing tsaka kung concrete mixer ang gagamitin. So 13. Which among the choices is softwood? A. Tangili, B. Yakal, C. Molave, and D. Teak. And our correct answer is letter A. Tangili. So there are 5 types of softwoods found in the Philippines such as tangili, cedar, apitong, alder, and ash. Tangili is a type of wood often referred to as Philippine mahogany. Now, while its common name might suggest it's a hardwood, it is classified as a softwood. It is known for its reddish color and is relatively easy to work with. So, according to some sources, tangili is a moderately hard reddish wood. Tangili is one of the 7 local woods often referred to as Philippine mahogany. And this abundant wood type boasts a fine ribbon or straight grain. It's relatively soft and easy to work on, but resilient enough for outdoor construction. Now others classify tangili as hardwood because some sources say Philippine hardwoods include kamagong, Molave, Nara, Tangili, Yakal, Almasiga, and Gimelina, while teak is a tropical hardwood. 14. What is not a characteristic of stainless steel? A. Galvanized. B. Higher corrosion resistance. C. Higher ductility. And D. Lower maintenance. And our correct answer is letter A, galvanized. So stainless steel already resists rust because it contains chromium, at least 10.5%, which forms a passive oxide layer. Galvanizing means coating steel with zinc to protect it from corrosion, and that applies to mild carbon steel, not stainless steel. So we have type 316 and 316L stainless steel. 316 contains more carbon, more liable to wield decay, and effective in acidic environments, while 316L contains less carbon and better for avoiding weld corrosion, good for high temperature and high corrosion use. So these are the type of steel. We have carbon steel, stainless steel, alloy steel, and tool steel. Number 15. What type of stainless steel is good for railings? A. Glossy, B. Painted, C. Hairline, and D. Prime. And our correct answer is letter C, hairline. So hairline stainless steel finish has fine, continuous polishing lines. It's popular for railings, elevators, and architectural applications because it looks elegant and hides fingerprints and scratches better than glossy finishes. Glossy mirror or polished finish, this is a highly reflective finish that is visually striking but can be more susceptible to showing fingerprints and scratches. While it is a beautiful option for some architectural designs, it requires more frequent cleaning to maintain its pristine appearance, which can be a disadvantage for a high-traffic item like a railing. Number 16. What kind of paver is best used to minimize heat in the exterior and lower temperature inside? A. Unglazed white tiles. B. Yellow pavers. C. Dark paver. And D. Concrete paver. And our correct answer is letter B, yellow pavers. So light-colored pavers like yellow reflect more sunlight and absorb less heat compared to dark pavers, helping reduce exterior surface temperature and indirectly lowering heat gain indoors. So ang glazed white tiles reflect well but are not practical for exterior paving, slippery and brittle, and dark pavers absorb heat and make surroundings hotter. Concrete pavers depend on color. Plain gray absorbs more heat than light-colored options. 17. What hand tool is used to flare pipes? A. Hammer. B. Flare tool. C. Crippling tool. And D. Welding rod. And our correct answer is letter B, flare tool. So a flare tool is specifically designed to flare the ends of pipes or tubing, usually copper, aluminum, or soft steel, so they can be joined with flare fittings. So ito ang itsura ng hand tool. Number 18. What will you use for flooring materials for ramp at the front of building? A. Rough cement. B. Plain cement. C. Glazed tiles. And D. Marble. And our correct answer is letter A, rough cement. So a ramp at the front of a building must be slip resistant for safety, especially during rain. Rough cement, broom finish, or textured finish provides traction and prevents slipping. Plain cement is smoother and can become slippery when wet. 19. What is the ideal roofing for a warehouse? A. Polycarbonate. B. Shingles. C. Long-span GI sheets. And D. Metal deck. And our correct answer is letter C, long-span GI sheets. So long-span or GI or galvanized iron sheets are the most common and practical roofing for warehouses in the Philippines. It covers wide spans with fewer joints or less leakage. It is durable, economical, and easy to install, and requires minimal maintenance. 20. What is the best type of roofing in a cottage near a beach? A. Polycarbonate. B. Clay tiles. C. Shingles. And D. GI sheets. And our correct answer is letter C. Shingles. So in a cottage near a beach, roofing must resist corrosion from salty air. Shingles, asphalt, or fiberglass type are best since they are non-corrosive, durable, and lightweight. 21. A paint defect identified by small to medium-sized bubbles or blisters under paint film and is most common on wood siding and trim. A. Blistering. B. Sagging. C. Alligatoring. And D. Chalking. And our correct answer is letter A, blistering. So blistering are small to medium bubbles or blisters that form under the paint film, often caused by moisture, heat, or poor surface preparation. It is common on wood siding and trim where moisture is easily trapped. 22. A paint defect caused by a failure in the paint film where it takes on a cracking pattern of deep relief resembling a reptile skin such as that of an alligator. A, blistering. B, sagging. C, alligatoring. And D, choking. And our correct answer is letter C, alligatoring. So alligatoring is a paint defect where the surface develops a cracking pattern that resembles a reptile skin like an alligator. It is caused by loss of paint film elasticity, aging, or applying a hard, brittle paint over a more flexible one. So 23. A paint defect with a similar feature to alligatoring but is less severe and is characterized by a long, fairly evenly spaced cracks in the paint film having shallow relief or depth. A, blistering. B, sagging. C, checking. And D, choking. And our correct answer is letter C, checking. So checking is a paint defect similar to alligatoring but is less severe. It shows long, fairly evenly spaced cracks with shallow depth. So pahaba ang checking as compared sa alligatoring. Nakitang-kita na parang scales talaga ng alligator ang itsura. 24. A paint defect which is identifiable by crusty white salt deposits that bubble through the paint film from a masonry structure. A, blistering. B, sagging. C, checking. And D, efflorescence. And our correct answer is letter D, efflorescence. So efflorescence is a paint defect caused by salt deposits, usually white and crusty, that migrate with moisture from within the masonry, eventually bubbling through the paint film. So lumalabas siya doon sa pinaka-paint surface. 25. A paint defect which is identifiable as a fine, chalky powder that forms on the surface of a paint film. A, blistering. B, sagging. C, checking. And D, choking. And our correct answer is letter D, choking. So choking is a formation of a fine, powdery residue on the surface of a paint due to weathering and breakdown of the binder, especially in exterior paints. 26. A paint defect which is easily identified as a dripping or drooping look to areas of the paint film. A, blistering. B, sagging. D, checking. And D, choking. And our correct answer is letter B, sagging. So sagging, paint runs or droops downward, giving a dripping look, usually caused by applying paint too thickly or overly thin paint or painting on a vertical surface without proper technique. 27. A paint defect caused by a fungus feeding and growing on the paint film or caulk and is identifiable by its gray, brown, green, or dark black splotchy spots. A, blistering. B, sagging. C, checking. And D, mildew. And our correct answer is letter D, mildew. So mildew is a paint defect caused by fungus growing on paint film or caulk. It appears as gray, brown, green, or black spotchy spots. It is common in damp, shaded, and poorly ventilated areas. 28. A paint defect characterized by rust-colored reddish-brown to black stains on the paint surface. A. Blistering. B. Sagging. C. Checking. And D. Rust discoloration. And our correct answer is letter D, rust discoloration. So this rust discoloration appears as reddish-brown to black stains on the paint surface caused by corrosion of the underlying metal that bleeds through the paint film. 29. A paint defect characterized by the paint peeling and separating from an earlier paint layer, that is intercoat peeling, or from the substrate leaving some paint behind. A. Blistering. B. Peeling paint due to adhesion. C. Peeling paint due to exterior moisture under paint film. And D. Rust discoloration. And our correct answer is letter B, peeling paint due to adhesion. So this defect happens when the new paint fails to adhere to the old paint layer or to the substrate, causing the film to peel off in sheets or flakes, often leaving some paint behind. Number 30, last. A paint defect characterized by cracking and gentle peeling away of the paint from the substrate and loses adhesion due to the moisture. A. Blistering. B. Peeling paint due to adhesion. C. Peeling paint due to exterior moisture under paint film. And D. None of the above. And our correct answer is letter C, peeling paint due to exterior moisture under paint film. So peeling paint due to exterior moisture under paint film, this defect occurs when moisture penetrates the substrate, the wood, masonry, etc., gets trapped under the paint and causes it to crack, bubble, and peel away. So, pang-exterior ito, no? And that's it for our quiz. Congratulations for completing the quiz. Now, count your total correct answers and determine your score category. If your rating is 15 or less, it is time for a more strategic review.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
Enroll at Atlas CDC Review for a comprehensive prep for the Architecture Board exams. Message us now.